This is the crows. I know a lot of you don't know about the crows. Basically what they are is you can give them junk items or certain other items every day, and they give you a chance to get this Evan Shadow motif. Plus you get other things like necklaces, rings, other stuff, which is helpful for, you know, just having stuff to list for sale, if nothing else. Let me close my... Today we have a couple of houses we need to look at. And then if, you know, whatever's on the hub. There was another update to, EHT this morning. And what's good about it is that it seems that Architectura put in there that she was going to change the way that she does her updates, so that like the notes actually are separated by a particular update instead of just putting them all together, which is what she seemed to have been doing. I'm not complaining about her system. It just wasn't, it didn't really work well for me, but it has nothing to do with whether or not she was doing a good job or not. So I just am saying I'm happy to see that change, because I think that it'll work better for me at least. I can't really talk about anybody else but me, can I? I'm still waking up. Sorry. No, you go in there, you go in there. Alright, let's see what we can pull out for sale. Withdraw currency. 47, 441. Draw. Anything for sale. We'll deal with these other things later. Like, I send a lot of things to my alt account. That one. You might sell. You could sell. You can't. And then we'll look at houses and do our normal thing. House thing. Again, sorry for the yawning. Morning, Shenzi. I'm just getting started, just waking up. Oh, I am tired. But I got the news back that my application for a kitty through the place that I want to go through is approved for the next 6 months. So I have to wait on the right kitty to come along. My husband has informed me he doesn't want to drive to Michigan, which I can hardly blame him for. So we're probably going to stay to closer kitties that are more local to us.
You look a bit low.
Sad, but
The Red Mountain.
we'll see. If that cat is still up there in a couple of months, which it never happens, then we'll reconsider. But dubious. Let me just shove some things up here and then we'll get going. Oh my goodness, all of these things have run out of time. In case you're curious, I never go beyond 27 days in the listing. Hello. Mainly because people who do a lot of shopping don't look beyond the first page or two. They don't go further than that. So it's important to retire your listings and relist them when they're at about 27 days at latest. Some people I know do it multiple times a day, which I think is silly, because I think you're wasting more on listing fees than you are making it worth it. But that's just me. But it's just a tip to let you know that I think is worthwhile. Let me just stick these things up and then hey Ari, we're gonna get going. I just wanna at least get these things up. Yeah, you're fine. We'll stick with that one. 750. Okay, I can do that. And then what's here? Dubious. Long fin. Sanded maple. Nope, I'm not canceling that. Anything over 100K though, I just leave up for however long it takes to sell or until it wears out, because um, that is just, sometimes the longer you wait, the more it makes sense financially. These are all just silly rules I've come up with for myself for selling. It's funny, I was talking to some other people lately, and the sellers like me, a lot of us really do come up with silly rules that we enforce against, oh, we're going to bank whenever we're at this exact number of items, or exact number of money. It's just like really kind of funny, all these silly rules we come up with. But you can do whatever you like. Good morning, Disco. I just do it this way because this is what crazy rules I've come up with. However, as crazy as my rules are, I've made a lot of money, so take that for what it's worth. I used to think, and I know I had more money than J Hart for a good long time, but I think he's making tons of money now with his new Fat Stacks Guild. But, that's, if you want to join that, I think he has requirements where you have to actually sell in stacks, but I can't speak for certain on that. I don't know if you guys watched his Guar contest yesterday, but that was pretty cute. At least the parts that I saw, I wasn't available for all of it. And you sold in Lucian? Okay. 10K. All right. Thank you, Area. It's good to know that. I don't know what the minimums are. But it does mean that I don't really think I'll be dealing with fat stocks. The video is up. Wow, he's fast. This is what people don't understand. There's a ton of work that goes into being a streamer beyond just what you see. There's a lot of work that goes into it. So let's start with something small. We'll start from the bottom. We'll go to totes one. Oh wait, no, we have to do another haul. We'll do Sonia, Hawaiian Hula Guar. I can't wait. Oh no, no permissions. When Sonia comes on, I'm gonna have to ask her to fix her permissions now that Guars are no longer a contest thinger. Alright. Nomax Lucky Cat. Lucky cat, lucky cat. Yeah, my husband is helping me research video editing options for something that is stupid easy, but not as stupid easy as to prevent us from using certain things we want to do. Like, there's video editing software out there that's so hard to use, but then they have the other stuff that all they let you do is clip out parts. All I really want to do is clip out parts, but I also want to put text over the top at different points. It's like it's asking too much of everything. I can't figure stuff out. I need something simple, stupid, but yet has a few more options, So this is Nomax67, who recently added me as a friend. I think they're still learning EHT, was it? I can't remember what they were asking me about. This is lovely gardening. Good colors. I bet you this looks great at night because they've got some interesting lighting. But I am... and they asked me, is it alright if I add you as friend? Yeah, you guys can add me as friends. I'm not going to tell you no. That's silly. Don't worry about it. I'm not this, mean, standoffish person. I hope I don't come off that way. You're always welcome to to add me as a friend or whatever. That's fine. No worries, silly faces. You silly faces. Alright, what else is going on? Looky cat, looky cat. I don't recognize that bust. Probably should. I don't know any of these things because I don't have any of them. I like this one for a toilet paper holder. And they put the, hey Samothrace, we're going to show off your house. I just wanted to start with a rando first. Some really ugly ass people in here. Alright, we've got crafting room. Sloading. Whatever sloading is. I wonder why they picked slowed to put in their house, of all things. Don't you? I always wonder why people pick, I mean, I understand Hundings and... I did your house, oh, that's right, Orgirls is the one I have to do. Thank you for the reminder. I did write it down. Oy, stabby. It's just that, my memory's shot. And I want to show you where I'm at with my Sonia Plays contest entry. I am working on that. I started working on it yesterday. It needs work, but I'm starting from scratch out of respect for Sonia. I'm not just going to recycle a thing. Okay. This is... wow. Oh, I'm impressed, Nomak. I really am. I love that you've built off of this back porch because there's so much you can do here. And you've really made good use of it. This is lovely. I love the little pillow area. And then using the greenhouse for additional views is lovely. Oh, this is great. Good job. 392 out of 400 items. No effects. I think this looks really good, Namak. I'm impressed. I love the creativity here. Alright. Let's go to Orgirl. Orgirl, are you on yet? No. Let's wait for Orgirl just a bit. See if they get on real quick. We'll go to Mrs. Mass 1128 Bastion. Because we're gonna, I have to show you Orgirl's build, which is genius, but I want to be able to show it in such a way that you actually get what's going on in the way that they are intending. It's a little bit more complex than you might think. Plus, it requires Stabby to jump in a way that Stabby is not good at, so it might take a couple of jumps. 407 items, so we're right on the border of where I wouldn't look at it, but we'll take a look. Take a peek. I love the trees. Trees look great. I love the low-hanging trees. This is a good way of dealing with if you don't like the roof here. Like if you don't like how that looks up there, or if you don't like the stalagmite, stalactite kind of look, you could just do these trees all the way to the door. And that would resolve that problem, is because you can't look up very far. That's just a suggestion there. For people who don't like the roof. We got some coral over... oh, what have you done? Nice little walkway. It's nice to see what people are doing with those wisteria trellises now that we got. Pretty cool. We've got the lady tree. What else is back here? Some coral. Nice. Nice little walkway. One small suggestion. I would put a statue at the end as sort of like the payoff for walking around. I always like there to be something as almost like a punchline at the end of when you go down a path. I guess the lady tree kind of counts as a statue, so maybe ignore me. But that's just the way that I like to think. I like to have like either a statue or a piece of art or something. If there is a path, I want it to lead to something definite. But that's just a suggestion that you can ignore if you like. I've been giving more suggestions lately. I hope no one is offended. I've been considering whether or not that's a good thing or not. Ooh, it's creepy with the black tendrils. That looks good. I wonder what. I kind of want to know what the story is. I want to know, like, who is the preaching person or the leader? Are people coming up to them and, like, asking for favors? I mean, like, what's the deal? I want to know. I kind of want to see the movie behind this. I wonder if you can actually go back there. Are you meant to go in the back part? Or no? Yes, you are. Okay. Huh. Wouldn't have expected a Zora back here, but okay. Moonshard looks good where it is. Would have expected Nocturnal, so this is right. This is what I mean. Like, I like having a statue at the end of the walk, as if there's something specific that you're being led to. So that looks perfect. Okay. As long as you don't mind. I mean, you know, and it's funny. I was talking to Orgirl about this yesterday. It's like, you know, take it or leave it for what I'm saying. I don't mean to hurt your feelings. But I do have suggestions. And he told me, be brutally honest. And I'm like, I don't need to be brutally honest because I could just be honest and it's not very brutal. All I think you need is this and this. And that's it. You know, and whether you want my advice or not, it's just, you don't have to listen to me. So, I like this too. Another statue at the end. This is very cool. A little spot to sit and eat or something. Or talk. What are they eating? An apple, it looks like. This house has a lot of potential. Good morning! I was waiting for you. Hi, Sonia. Your guar house, I couldn't get to it. I tried to go. Also, I've been working on your contest yesterday for hours. Got somewhere with it. But we'll see. Alright, so we've got our sneaky room. But what I like about this is they built up. Yes. I started from scratch. I wasn't going to, but I decided to. I believe this is a toilet, folks. This pleases me. Hey, Lola. That's a great roof. Look at that detail in the roof. I'm glad they put the energy and time. I don't care if it's silly. I want to see it. Silly is my bag. I showed you all my silly builds. I love silly builds. Silly builds are the best. I spend a lot of time on silly builds. Usually just to give J-Heart a hard time. It makes me laugh to give him a hard time. This looks good. Eek! That's a nice touch. You know, you have to realize he also gives me a hard time, so it's pretty even. Creepy dogs. They really have, and they're only at 400, you're right. That is pretty impressive for 400. It doesn't feel as empty as you might expect. Impressive. Alright, we're gonna go to Oracle's house now. Oh yeah, he dishes it out to me all the time. We're gonna go to Oracle's house, and I want to show you this amazing, creative build, and I want to see if you guys can guess what it is faster than I can guess what it was. Not the brightest bulb in the box, but the point is to see if you can figure out what it is. And I did eventually figure it out, but it took me a bit. Are you in here? You're in here. Hello. I'm a little embarrassed that it took me as long as it did. Oh, you listened to me. Oh, you're the best. A potato. I love it. I love it. I told him that he could put Okaj Moda here to encourage people to look over the edge. All right, let me see if I can do this without falling. So what do you guys think this is? And if you had to guess. I want to hear answers, folks. This will be on the test. This was on your final exam. There's something else to it. I found that looking at the edges helped me figure out what it was. Exactly, Homerian. It's a sea turtle. You're absolutely right. There's the flipper. See the flipper? That's the face. That's the eye. Those are the back of the neck. It's a turtle. Homerian nailed it. It's a turtle. It's a sea turtle. Isn't that beautiful? Now let's see if Stabby can make it down. And so I didn't know you could go in this, and that's where I failed horribly. I see what you did there. You put the sky to make somebody feel like they should. I fell. Shit. Actually, let me turn off my feather fall. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Feather fall. I need to turn it off. I'll be right back. I just gotta turn off my feather fall. Magic carpet. Feather fall sensitivity. Uh-oh. High? No. Off. Crap. Don't make me reload. Let's do low sensitivity. Let's see if I can get, with low sensitivity, can I get it to very low? Thanks, Sonia. We'll go right after this. Yeah, right? You know me. I can't jump. Stabbies can't jump. Stabbies suck at jumping. But this is a really clever way. I can't believe I did that again. This is a really clever way of getting people to go down there and look, I think. If Stabbies weren't so awful at jumping. See, wouldn't this get you to come down here and look? Ah! I did it again! I can't do this! I'm gonna try again. I did it right yesterday. I'm gonna put myself on slow to see if I'm to see if I can do it better once I get over here. Okay, let's put me on slow. Here, let me do RP walk and see if I can do it better. I did. I got it first time last time, not this time. This time I just suck. All right. All right. I didn't make it. Dude, you're gonna have to do something for me. I'm so bad at this. My RA is so bad this morning. I can't do this. I'm so embarrassed. I'm so sorry. There is something I'm supposed to be able to do here, and I'm going to keep trying until I do it, and I apologize, folks. I apologize. Okay, let's see if I can back up a little bit, and then whee! Jump, jump, jump! I did it! Yay! All right, let's see if I can do it again. Okay, we're on the nose of the turtle. All right, and just for you, those of you who don't know, back there, if you did jump down, it's gorgeous. There's animals. There's all sorts of things to look at. All right. Gotta go in the mouth of the turtle. Come on, Sammy, don't fall. I did it! All right. So we're inside the turtle's mouth. Look at the uvula. Isn't that awesome? And then we go inside, going in the tummy. Check it out. Is this not amazing? There's something in the stomach. They've got the spine. Isn't this great? Check out a zombie. A zombie is hilarious. Surfing USA zombie. And then there's this building. You go in here and look. Look at what this guy is doing to this guy. How horrible is that? Oh, I have to touch the water though. That's the point. I have to show them. I have to show, like, cause I have bare feet on. See? I don't have any shoes on. So I went over here and I stepped in the water and it started to try to eat me. And I was like, oh, I guess I don't have feet anymore. And then over here, look at this poor guy. And this poor guy. All sorts of horrible things happening to people in here. It's just awful. So I had 2 suggestions for this house, and it seems like you've put at least, I think you put both of them into place, which is, eek, eek. I can't get too far over here, but there's another dead guy over here. I am in danger. But what's great about this is, aside from it just being really nifty cool, is the lore behind it. Not really lore, but like actual religious, I forget what it says, mythology, but, or origin story. The world is on the back of a turtle, and inside the turtle is hell, which is some interpretations of that. But I want to see if I can get back up to the back of the turtle, because although you're not really supposed to go to the back of the turtle, I don't think, it's so worth it. I'm gonna try again, dude. I'm gonna jump off and see if I can get to the back of the turtle, to show them. I'm gonna try to show them how beautiful it is. Yeah, I know, F5 it is. Alright, so here's the turtle that's supposed to make you go look over the edge. If you don't, you might think this whole thing is empty, right? So that was my theory. I'm probably gonna die, or get sent back to the beginning, because I have feather fall on. I had to turn it off. Gonna let you people kill me more easily, but what are you gonna do? But there's so many beautiful things on the back of the turtle that I'm like, I kind of want to show it to you. But it's just a really clever thing. Thought it was fun. I like the changes you've made. Yours teleports you when it's off? How could that be? I thought it has to be on. That's odd. Very strange. Yeah. So nothing else really going on except they've delayed the PvP test to the 8th. It is an amazing build. So that we're not going to start the PvP testing on the 25th, which I think was the original date they were talking. Now they're going to do it on the 8th of September. So if you were planning on getting lots of PvP points, you're going to have to wait an extra week or 2 or something. The last build of the PTS just went up. They're looking to drop that. I think that is still on the 25th. So we should be seeing maybe the Antiquarian house, maybe the Dwarven house. Who knows what they're going to drop on the 25th. I'm not really sure what it's going to look like. But they're dropping the next story, I think. Which I'm pretty sure is just 2 dungeons. Not an actual, like, story. Which means that a huge amount of us are not going to be able to enjoy it very much. Um, there are some problems with EHT that I was discussing with several people yesterday, including Hachiko-chan. Um, I'm waiting to talk to. I actually don't know though. I wasn't reading into it because once they said dungeons, I wasn't interested. You know, they lost me there. Okay. You know, at that point, I was just not interested. Group undaunted dungeons. Okay. Let's see if I can do this. Let's hope I can do this. Even if I die, as long as I get down there. There we go. Okay, now let me res. There's got to be a better way. um, we've got. So this is the back of the turtle that we were talking about. Hold on. And in it, you've got all these little details like, you see, there's this beautiful like little scene with the Indrik in the middle of it. And I just thought it was so pretty with all of the different pieces growing off of it. And you've got the what do you call them? Torch bugs. Got torch bugs everywhere. And you've got this Indrik over here. Or what the hell is that? A wolf? That's a wolf. So it's the earth and everything is alive and beautiful. Which is the way that it's supposed to be. You see the bugs? I think the problem was, and I'm going to, Orgral, I'm going to explain your position here. Orgral wants it to seem like it's something natural, something that you just find, you stumble across. If there's a stairway going down, they feel like it will be less of a, oh my god, I just found a humongous turtle in the middle of nowhere, holy crap. And so that's the goal, is to make you feel like you just found something, you're exploring it. Which is why I think that's a really smart way to get people to go down there, is to put that guy there. You may not know to jump into the mouth, but I think that it's definitely more of a point to go, you know, hey, go check this out. It's like a pointer. So I really love this build. I really enjoyed it. And I hope that explains why it is the way that it is, which is to say there's no walkway down. But I loved it. Great job. Really beautiful. And really scary. You know? Kind of an Easter egg for people who do a little bit more searching. Hopefully more people will find it, though. More people that have more of a clue than I do. Alright. Thank you, Orgirl. I'm going to head over to Sonia Plaza's house now because she asked me to. Or she opened it up for me, rather. Oh, you are welcome. I'm glad. I was just talking about this morning about whether or not I should give advice to people or not. And you really kind of pushed me in that direction. I think as long as I'm nice about it, I'm happy to, you know, help where I can. I really love the turtle up at the top. It's such a clever idea to get you to look, right? Is to have something there. Even if you didn't use a turtle, it's nice that you have something there. But to have a turtle kind of puts turtles in the back of your mind. I love the background. Holy smokes! Oh, hi, hi. You're like a brass angel with those wings. You look cool. Oh, hi. All right, let's see what you got here. Oh my God, the lei, the hula dress. You know, I gotta admit, I love Guars. And this is just hilarious to me. This is fantastic. So what is the neck? Oh, those are incense. Those are the incense plates. And the beautiful use of the flowers. And the hula gown. I mean, the whole thing. And the flower in her hair. I want to kind of call her Guaretta or something like that. Guarina. And the crabs, the mud crabs. Guarletta. You know what this reminds me of? It's adorable, but this reminds me of another silly build I did. If I could go so far as to show you folks yet one more silly build of mine. But actually, I really love the floral and the exterior more than anything. Like, is this where... This is where she sits and receives her people coming to her? I could see that. Beautiful. I love it. What's the teeth? Are there teeth, or is that just the statue? Huh. It's adorable, Sonia. Let me show you my funny... Let me show you my funny... I didn't enter this, but... I'll show you my funny gore. Probably would be better with the statue than what I actually used. Because I used a real guar, and he moves. He, she, it moves. This was for a Grimm's Fairy Tales contest. Give me a moment. I gotta close this to really make it work right. Alright, here we go. And then lights. This is Gorpunzel. And here is this guy going, Gorpunzel! Gorpunzel! Let down your hair! So that was Gorpunzel. So I should have used the statue, but this was Gorpunzel. Let me see if it's open. Aw, thank you. Let me see. Visitor's fine. Yeah, let's do limited visitor, but just in case. This is Gorpunzel. It's silly. It's a silly, silly build. I just did it for Grimm's Fairy Tales. Because I had re-entered it for Grimm's Fairy Tales, and I guess I wasn't really thinking, and yeah, this is cute, but it is what it is. Oh, we totally need more silly. I'm a goofball. I'm a total goofball. You have to be aware that that is how I operate. Alright, so let us go to Madame Strange, Hunteress Guarson. Oh my god, I gotta see this. I don't mean to do all of J Heart's leftovers, but the people who published them, I didn't see all of them. I saw a couple. I always forget that I have certain builds, that they're goofy. Because I do them and I'm like, oh, I forget about them. Oh my god. That is dead on. That is dead on. With the bats! Oh my god, it's bat country. Here's a secret, unpopular opinion. I don't really like Hunter S. Thompson. I don't like his writing, and I didn't like his attitude, and I didn't like his big druggy kind of thing. But this is a great reproduction of Hunter S. Guarson. This is fantastic. Really well done. Funny how a lot of people use the same flowers. Good job. Alright. Baybacks. We'll do twin arches. Baybacks. We're gonna head over to EU, but first I want to show you. Look at this one, and then I'll show you where I'm at with Sonia's. And I don't care that Sonia sees it. In fact, I'm fine with her seeing it. It's in progress, so it's not like it's gonna be spoiling it all that much. Yeah, it's fine. I'm still working on it, so it doesn't bother me that you see it. So this is Baybax, who's been publishing a lot of their stuff recently. And we've got another turtle head. Wonder what's going on in here. This seems like it's got secrets. Or maybe it's just a relaxed little home. Look at that clutter. Well done. I'm not sure what this is supposed to be. Is this supposed to be like a little mini fireplace? I'm not sure. So this is like a domestic home, which I like. I do think we need more of them. What are you burning? Oh, Bay, your little bin here is floating. Just select it, right click it, and it'll put it down. But I like it. I like the home. You even made a stable for your camel, who is camel bombing us. Look at that face. Look at that face! Camels are awful, but they're cute. That is a cute face. You gotta give him that. Adorbs. Alright. I hope I didn't miss anything. So I'll show you where I'm at with my Sleek Creek garden party. It's better at night, but it doesn't bother me either way. No effects in it. Don't think there's going to be any effects. Derpy horses. It's true. So this is the entrance. It's this kind of walkway with... I don't know why it says I have effects in here. I don't have effects in here. It's kind of like an overhang walkway with stuff like that. And then we come around here. There's just the water. Got a little waterfall. This is where you sit if you want. Got the window kind of sneaky hidden so that you can't see it, but you get the lights. Lots of butterfly bushes for those of you who know how I work. Lots of moon vines under the water, which we talked about. And then over here we have the beginnings of the food, at least. We got bottled wine in a little ice container. Got our sweet roll collection, which I showed you guys how to get. Some of the cakes. Teapot. These are the vampire flutes, but what I've done is I've sunken them down, and I want to get something else that could be a saucer. So I'm going to flip something upside down to put a saucer underneath these. I think that's the next thing I'm working on. And then over here we have a swing, a little spot to sit and swing. And then this is a fountain, obviously. And then I'm going to deal with something about back here. Haven't really decided what yet. But this is, you know, obviously I need dirt. There's dirt missing. I don't know, we can try it. Yeah, these are just Daedric chains which fall every so often, and you can buy them for like 100 gold a piece on the trade. On the traders. See? These are like 100 gold a piece. And then this is just a Telvanni couch. See? That's just a Telvanni sofa. I mean, I suppose you could if you sat it right and hung the stuff down right. You probably could. Yeah, I crafted this myself. So yeah, it definitely is. But I made it so that it's hanging in the air, so probably not. But if you wanted it to, you probably could. Thank you. Yeah, I've done something like this before for another house, so I decided to try it again. So that's a swing. And you know, there's going to be other things added. I'm not done yet. But movement, lots of movement. We've got the water moving. We've got the butterflies moving. We've got a pet. We've got candles flickering. We've got all sorts of movement. There's a little bit of sound. We've got this thing. Oh, please, go for it. What do you think I'm doing this for? I love to let you guys steal ideas. That's the whole point. Um, it's a totally steal what you want, please. All right, we're gonna go over to EU. So that's what my work in progress for the garden party. Um, different things I want to do. Figure out a way to hide those cakes. I might turn more of those tables on their side so you can't see. We'll see. Lots of little clever touches here and there. Thank you. I stole that from someone else. God only knows who. I mean, that's the way that we work, you know? It's like we get inspired by other things. Thanks, Six. You know, you get inspired by things that you've seen. I've seen a lot of people put those in their water, but I don't know that, you know, I've ever seen anybody do it exactly like that, which is kind of the point of it. Is you get inspired by things. You're not really copying, you're inspired, and then you try different things and see how it works out, you know? And generally, when I've asked people, like if it's the first time I've ever seen anyone do something, I'll say, that is a really great idea. Do you mind if I borrow that idea? No one has ever said no. They've all said, oh my God, yeah, go ahead, please. So it's just, oh shit, I forgot to do one of Cassandra's houses. Shit. If I go back to NA, I will. Otherwise, I'll do it tomorrow. So, you know, basically it's just, we're not that kind of a community. We're really nice people, so I don't think it's a problem. I think it's fine. But that's just me. I've only ever seen like 2 things that I thought were really shitty. Oops. Sorry about the mute. Have you guys been hearing me double? Gosh, I'm embarrassed if you have. Sorry about the mute. Yeah. I don't take that bad at all. Okay, good. What was I gonna say to you guys? I think there's only been 2 times that I've ever seen something ever be what I would consider flat out stealing. Okay? Once was because somebody literally to the item copied something that Research Monkey did, and it was so unique. It was so obviously Research Monkeys, down to using bunnies for the same exact things in the same exact places, that I would absolutely consider it cheating. Or going copying Aries 13th Moon Sugar. But when I brought it to Research Monkey's attention, he said, I don't care, let him. All right. So, you know, even the creator whose stuff was taken item for item didn't care. The other thing was, there was somebody who created a particular item that I'd never seen anyone do before, and someone else copied it for the same contest. That's a little shitty. Didn't say anything to that person about it. I'm sure they could handle it if they wanted to. So, that's the only time I've ever really felt like things were inappropriate. Like, don't steal for the same contest. It was like a particular kitchen item that somebody had made that someone else took, like, to the item, and it was very unique. So, wasn't a fan of that. But other than that, no, everything else has just been perfectly decent imitation. I have no problem with. Oh, look at that. I like that idea. That would be probably my only warning to you, is that if you are going to copy something, or imitate something. Maybe not for the same contest as somebody else is entering it. That's just a thought. This is lovely. It's like a gazebo up in the sky. Never seen anyone do this. It's funny because I've never seen anyone like stack these. This is a really good idea with stacking the platforms. It makes a gazebo. Super smart, Aries. I'm impressed with that. The microwave? I've seen the microwave a bunch now. I think Walking Spanish was the first one I saw in doing it, but I have no idea whose was the first with the microwave. But yeah, that's suddenly out of nowhere, right? That was like, never saw it before, and then all of a sudden, like, everybody's got microwaves. Like, where did this come from? The dish rack, you know, like where people use the grate, the fire grate as a dish rack. That's new. Like, all of a sudden, everybody started doing it, and I didn't know where that... I think that, if I had to guess, I'd say that came from Whir. That was the first place I saw it, but that doesn't mean that's the first place it ever was. This is a good and cheap way of doing a garden, of a farm, by the way. These are those grasses that you can get from elsewhere. Just putting it in a section like this makes it look like wheat or something. There's all sorts of kitchen stuff that just came out of nowhere, and I'm not really sure when or why or how. So we've got a vine over here, maybe a future grapevine. And this house is created from scratch because there's nothing here. Hello, my lord. My adventures in this Wartorland are actually fine because we're exploring a beautiful moon sugar meadow that someone has created named Aries 13th on EU, and we are enjoying this lovely home that they've made. I'm pretty much, actually, I don't think I'm the vestige anymore. I got my soul back. Am I still the vestige even though I've got my soul back? I finished that quest. I think I'm perhaps no longer a vestige. Aw! Let's pray to Tawaka's kitty, huh? That's... Oh, you're so cute. Big fan of kitties. Me too, me too, me too. I've been trying to build them more often, Ari, and I'm just... They are hard. But I think the more you do, the better you get at it. Alright, so what do you guess? Do you think this is a place for prayer, that somebody has put all these items out for prayer? Or do you think this is a little kid playing with dolls? I was gonna say prayer, and then I saw the turtle. So now my instinct is that this is a kid playing with their dolls. But there is incense, so I'm not sure. Not sure. Boo, I can't tell. Yoga? Which doll? The turtle? Is the turtle sacred? Who did I kill? You mean at the end? The prophet. I didn't know the turtle was sacred. Of course, the prophet was the one who started everything. Plus, he was the oldest. It seemed fair to me that everybody else got a chance to live and who didn't screw everything up. So yeah, the prophet ate it. I don't know about the rest of you, but I think unless somebody really was bugged by someone, like, you know, maybe you hate Lyris or you can't stand, what's his face? So, I think almost everybody pretty much did. I didn't know that was sacred. I think most people chose the prophet because he's the one who did everything. Plus, he was blind, he was old, he had lived his life already, you know. I think it was the fairest choice compared to two people who seemingly had a future ahead of them, had love to look forward to. So this is how you do grapevines. See the grapes? This is like the simplest thing, and I am embarrassed to say. Well, it's not that he's just blind. I mean, I'm disabled too, but compared to the others, he had a lot of circumstances that I think, okay, so then it was a prayer area. That makes sense. Grapes, just stick them on an Argonian trellis and with vines, and you've got, hey, Bompson, you've got a beautiful vineyard. Oh, no, no, you're fine. I mean, I'm disabled too, and I wouldn't like it if somebody said, hey, you're disabled, you should be the one to die first. Although my government has been saying that. Hey, I should want to die in exchange for my economy. Yay. This is a really good way of making an orchard, should you wish. Put some apples on the floor. It would sometimes put some apples in the trees. That kind of thing. Don't get me started. But yeah, this is beautiful. And I love that it's a farm, and I think it's a really well done farm, and it's gorgeous. So, but you know, I'm disabled, and so I got it. But at the same time, I'm also not like that old as the prophet presumably was, because I think he was older than he was even naturally supposed to be. He outlived, like, didn't he live for like hundreds of years past what he was supposed to have? I thought he was like magically older. Alright. Dark Eminence will do your exercise. We have not done an exercise. I got the sense that what happened with Manamarco was like a long, long time ago. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't, because everybody was there, weren't they? I don't know, I can't tell. Or were those different people? I can't remember who was with Manamarco and him. Were those totally different people, or was Lyris with them too, or what? I can't figure it out. Well, now you make me second guess myself. Maybe I shouldn't have killed him. Oops. Alright. So this is Dark Eminence. They've obviously gone spooky. For Halloween purposes, should you wish, this usually comes around once a year. This is the Nern Grinder. For Halloween purposes, if you would like, take a skelly, take some pieces of arms, take even this, and stick it out, coming out of underneath the crusher, and you've got a body smusher. Seen that a couple times. It looks good. For scaries. I'm a terrible person, I know. That's interesting, to hang the garlic from the witches thing. It's like, I'm a witch, but stay away, you vampires. Works for me. I'm always questioning. Always questioning. I like how there's a mix of just, not just straight up ugly things, you know, not just straight up scary, because like over here you've got this beautiful rock with, you know, the weird stone with stuff growing on it. Not all witchcraft is horrid and scary. But then Banekins are, because they suck. And then we've got some clothing over here. Oh, nice touch. With the candle just sitting in the alcove that's naturally there. That looks good. This is one of those things that you can, I was showing you things you can steal. You can steal these off of the blacksmith sometimes. If you sit there behind blacksmiths and start pickpocketing, do pick, stab, eventually you can possibly get a blacksmith hammer. I have a feeling, no, those are just dead bodies, okay. I like it. It's these twisted witch trees. I just sold them all off. They're too scary for me. I got rid of them. An Alet. No, Kagudi. Because he's got no arms. I ain't got no arms. Then we have a nice little mushroom garden in the water. Could do a lot with the water that's in this house. Exercised. This is built up, obviously, with the stairs from Somerset. Pretty red doorway. Yeah, I like this. It's a really nice mixture. What dirt did they use on top of that? Or does that come that way? That must come that way. A mushroom barrel? Huh. Not sure. And we talked about this herb thing yesterday, which you can get from Harvesting Grandmaster. I know that's crown only, that fish thing. No effects. See these dice? You can steal these from thieves, bandits, outlaws. Usually one die at a time. But that's where they come from. We're going to do a lot of talking about thievery. Because I am eventually going to want to show you how to get all of these kinds of items. Now you see this blue thread? This blue thread is a Lux item that you can get once a year. It comes around. There is also somewhere, some source somewhere, and I can tell you what I've been told. I don't know how true it is, but there's a red thing of thread. It's a red Norcatter's Grand Sigil. It looks exactly like the blue thread, except it's red. It looks beautiful. It's an actually slightly scary, but mostly comfy little home in the woods or swamps. So the red thread, you'll occasionally see for sale for millions. It's because it supposedly only drops in Hughes Bane during the quest where you go into either the Hughes Castle or I forget, or Magnifica Valora's area. One of those two quests. And if it doesn't drop during that time, it's not gonna. You can't go back once you've completed the quest, whichever one it is. But that's the rumor about where it drops and how. And why it's so expensive. It is definitely a very rare drop. Where the hell are we? This is Grand Sigil. Wow. Wild. All sorts of caviness. I do too, but the thread can be a little bit of a white elephant, if you've ever heard that term. If you haven't, let me tell you what it means, because a white elephant as a possession, which its owner cannot dispose of, and whose cost, particularly that of maintenance, is out of proportion to its usefulness. In modern uses, it's an object, building, project, scheme, business venture, facility, etc. considered expensive, but without use or value. Now, the way I'm using that is the red thread is a little bit of a white elephant because it's so rare that you always list it for a little bit more than necessarily what you would think it would go for. So, you know, J Hart lists it for whatever, 2 million. No one's buying a piece of red thread for 2 million gold. It's a status trophy, but it's more of a I have too much money that I don't know what to do with it. So the other day I saw it for sale for 75k. I think this is just this cave. I saw it for sale for 75k. Very interesting. And so I messaged J Hart and I'm like, hey dude, I know you sometimes pick this up. All right, let's go to another one. I know you sometimes pick this up, and here you go. It's for sale for this for 75K, which is ridiculously low for the red thread, and he snapped it up. I'm not really the best one to answer that, Marmax. I just do housing. So, I mean, maybe someone else has an opinion on that, but personally, I mean, I still love the game. I'm obviously still playing it, but my jam is just housing. I don't really do anything else. I'm a one-trick pony. I'm sorry. Wish I could be more help. Fire and ice. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a total housing geek. This is what I do every day. I go and I tour houses. I talk about houses. I talk about building. And we take a look at ideas and talk about contests that are coming up and whatnot. But that's really all I do. I'm so a one-trick pony. Maybe, yeah, Jemima sounds like she's a perfect person to speak on it then. Came back after 6 years but loves the housing. Housing is cool. There's lots of other things. Several months and I love ESO. I think it's worth playing. See, you did actually ask in the right channel, it looks like. People have opinions, unlike me. I mean, I came in 3 years ago because I was done with WoW. I was lonely. I had finished Inquisition, which was like, I was obsessed with Inquisition and I played it over and over and over. And my ex-husband's like, well, why don't you try ESO? I heard it sucked when it first came out, but they've gotten a lot better. And he's like, and you used to like Skyrim and Oblivion. So like, all right, why not? And I tried it. That's it. The rest is history. I was addicted. So I have my ex-husband to thank for that. And he was already my ex at the time, so I do appreciate him. Oh, that's why I'm the streaming potato, Jemima. I'm the streaming potato because I'm terrible. Oh, sure. Where is it? Oh, Grimhearth. Is it on EU? Because I'm on EU. I'm assuming it's on EU. I did play WoW with my ex-husband when we were together. He's still a good friend. In fact, he's a streamer too. He only does VR now, though. I was in love with everybody in Inquisition. Let's just be honest. I fell in love with Cullen. I fell in love with Blackbeard. What the fuck was his name? Blackwall. Greywall? Blackwall. Oh my god, the name has just completely lost me. If you're into VR type stuff, this is my ex-husband. Feel free to follow him. He's a sweetheart. Very nice man. Remarried. We're both remarried and just a really nice guy. Does a lot of VR. Willing to talk to you about anything about it. He knows quite a bit. My current husband only does console, so he sucks balls, and I tell him that all the time. But he's also, you know, my current husband for a reason, because he's my favorite. Blackwall I loved. I loved even the little bitchy elven guy. I even played through as a lesbian so that I could be with the one chick. I forget her name. The really crazy one. She's hilarious. I wasn't really into the other two. I wasn't into the treasurer lady or whatever the hell her name was. And I wasn't into Cassandra. Look, we've got a trophy house. Cassandra isn't really my cup of tea. But I did play through and as a lesbian to be with the crazy one. And she tells a joke, and you don't get it. And she goes, wasted. I do that all the time now. I say that just like her. Joke was just wasted on you. She was so funny. They're talking about 2022 for the sequel. I want to stab myself in the heart. Sheesh. How can you do this to me? I am invested. I love these people. I need to see what happens. The ending, the postscript was so painful to watch. How can you do this to me? I need to see what happens next. I don't know. That was just... Well, generally, you buy a house. Usually your first house is your apartment. You can get a really teeny apartment. You have to decorate it yourself unless you buy it furnished from the Crown store, which is expensive and lame. Unless there's a reason for it, let's say for example, if you bought Bastion right now, which I don't recommend if you're just getting into housing. If you bought Bastion right now and it's with furnishings, what the hell? Why can't I leave? There we go. It's full of vampiric furnishings, which are a fortune to make. So that might make some sense for you to buy Bastion Sanguinaris with furnish. But most houses do not make sense for you to buy furnished. So I would suggest that you get started by buying an apartment in a town, because I think you could get one for really cheap, $3K maybe. And then start by decorating that with either your achievement furnishings, or try doing the antiquity system, or things that you find or steal, or anything until you see whether you like it or not. And then if you do, you move on to a slightly more expensive house. Oh, that's cute. That's clever. So that would be what I would do. I do have a video for beginners in housing. I don't know if videos are your thing. Usually they're not anyone's thing, but I try to help people, but I just end up getting beaten up on every time I post something to Reddit, I get eaten. All right, your channel. Hold on. I got playlists. I've got building vids. Whoops. No.
So we're going to
shut
talk
up.
about
Spaceships
vids.
today. No,
So you
shut
can't
up.
really
Go
tell-
away.
Sorry, guys.
Nya, nya, nya. What did I do? I didn't get it. I apparently did not link my video on how to get started. That's so lame, Karen. How could you be that lame? Karen is lame. I had started to do... Here we go. Why didn't I add this to my list? Here we go. This is my getting started video on housing. Did they change that quest, though? They changed that quest, just so you know, Oracle. I tried to do it, and I don't think you get it free anymore. I think you have to actually pay for it, which is lame. Oh, I'm so glad! I'm so glad that they help. I know sometimes people like me would rather not watch a video. I would rather, look at a picture of something and a guide. So I know that's annoying, but it's like I'm already putting so much time and energy into making the streams every day and indexing them and trying to come up with, all the ideas and setting up for them and everything, that I generally don't I haven't been doing guides. So here is the link to my Discord. They have all the videos there, separated by whether EHT or just regular building. Things like that. So if you look through and you see a topic that you're like, oh my god, I want to know how to put stuff by the door, then that might be your bag. Eventually I'll try to make guides on paper so that people can, you know, refer to them rather than having to watch a video. But some of it's just hard to do. Like, for example, sorry lady, I know I've been talking about other things. Is that what it is? I can't remember. Part of it is, what was I thinking? Words are hard. Let's go to Mrs. Robot's New Malton house, Autumnscape. Part of it, for EHT especially, is that it's really hard. Yeah, exactly. It's really hard to explain what to do with EHT without showing it. Even with screenies, it's difficult to... Oh, thanks, MJ. I appreciate the knowledge, then. You certainly know more than me. Oh, this must have been an Aguara entry. Aww. That's a Jester Guar. It's sort of like trying to get a recipe online. You want to see the ghost tree size? What ghost tree? Did I miss it? I must have missed it. I'm sorry. I have a ghost tree in one of my houses. If we come across another one, I'll stand next to it. I apologize. It's about my height and a half. It's about this tall. He's luring fish with the Jester's thing? Oh. Well, the thing that I like to do about EHT is just using it as an additional touch. You don't always have to, yeah, it's about as tall as that thing. What was I saying? You know, you don't always have to, like, what I like to do is sometimes I'll add it as a final touch, as a little extra for something else, you know? Like, giving the floor a different texture. You know what I mean? Like, let's say you decide that after seeing everything, you want this to have a marble floor, or you want this, you know, and you're full on items. It doesn't hurt anything. Just means that, you know, a person without EHT will see this, and then the other person would just see, curious to see what's in here, the other person would see a marble floor. I mean, I don't think that really harms anybody when you do it like that. Now, this is a really hard house to decorate, as I often say. And it's a nice apartment. It's well done. It feels like there's a story here. But you're only allowed 30 items. So what do? So I think this is, you know, you're really limited in a Golden Griffin, and that's not bad of a job. Let's go to Palimpsest Snowmelt. Let's see. Did Palimpsest build a ship in their snowmelt? The Palimpsest is insane. All of them, Marmax? Depending on what piece of furniture you want. There's enchanting, there's alchemy, there's woodworking, there's everything. Wow. I think Auberge de Solitude. I think I've seen this. I think he must have changed it. I don't know. I'm tempted to say that, Ari, but then on the other hand, you got to be really careful with Daedric Rock too. Daedric Rock can either suck up all the light. Yeah, with EHT, sure can. Ugh, creepy. I think it was, yeah, it seems familiar to me. I feel like I need to go back to TNA and tell you guys things. Well, good luck. If you have questions, you can always ask me, especially about housing. I'm your housing gal. Probably can't help you with anything else, but housing. Velothi Rivalry, Spy Tricks. Look at the kitty in the picture. Kitty in the picture. Sorry about the nightmares. Yeah, and I mean, most people do it. And also, if you have enough money, you're not going to want to borrow it, make most of them anyway. There's only a few that are bound. Like all of the Sijic furnishings are bound. But for the most part, you can buy them if you have enough. If you want to focus on money rather than on crafting, or you could do both, who knows. Nice kitchen, very full. Oh, your Spy Tricks, your basket here is floating. You're going to want to right click it so that it goes on the ground. Sometimes we all make that mistake. Poor bunnies. Let me tell you, these Nixads are evil. They belong in a cage. Big weenies. And we got a crafting room down here with storage and banks and safes. Nice shelving. People don't use enough shelving. It always looks really good to me when people put clutter on shelving. Let's see what's upstairs. Probably bedrooms, if I had to guess. Bedroom. I love this flooring. I always say use the Breton carpet if you want a full-size carpet. Why are lights out? I wonder if they're getting that bug that turns things off, because I can't turn these lights back on. I don't have, it's limited visitors, so I can't turn it on. Nice table. These are two antiquities combined. Let's see what's in the backyard. Well, I mean, and that's the thing. If you know what you want, you can go buy it. And if it's not out there, like if you go to TTC and you see that no one's selling it, you can either make it, or you could, you know, buy the plan to make it, or ask a guildie to make it. Generally, I just go with whatever people might, I don't know, I'm babbling. Cold Harbor, Strike 4, Heaven and Hell. This will be the last one we look at EU, and then I'll go back to... It doesn't always work. If you're hovered over something else, it'll act stupid. You have to kind of play with it and make sure that it does go down. If it doesn't go down, you may have to do it by hand. Like lower it, see when it goes into the floor, and then raise it up just a tiny bit from that. It can be annoying sometimes. I do have that trouble occasionally. But generally, when I'm looking at stuff, I'll know what I want. Like yesterday, I knew I wanted a certain kind of cup. And I went and there weren't, or not cup, a certain kind of, what the hell was it? Something. Thanks for the follow, Marmax. And I ended up just ending up making it myself. I had to go buy the plan and make it myself. But that's a good sign for, okay, so now I know what I need a plan for, because generally I won't buy a plan unless it's something that I see portals up ahead. Unless it's something that... Oh, yeah, Ula, thank you for reminding me. Memory of a sieve. Thank you. When I do have the... and then I know, you know, hey, this thing is rarely made, so I'll go make some. And that's what I do. Nice crystal combinations. Lighting. Beautiful. It does, but it does have its issues. No question. And then we've got this. Wow, that's really good work on those crystals. It looks natural, doesn't it? Looks like it really goes. More of the moon vines. Ah, here we go. Here's the trees. Oh, I guess I was wrong about the height. There you go. If that helps. Poor girl. About that tall. Pretty tall. My bad. I thought they were shorter than that. Bad me. Punishment. Necessary. Alright, let's go on up. And then we'll go to Grim Hearths for Ula before I go back to NA and show you things. My things. Let me show you them. These are Daedric fences. You're welcome. Sorry I missed it the first time. A lot of people ask me what this surface is. These are Daedric panels. You can make these, I think. I don't know if you can make them or buy them. I forget. I've never actually worked with them because I don't like the... They remind me of pleather. Like, you know, Nalgahide pleather? It just reminds me of that. Of the consistency, like the way that the surface looks reminds me of Nalgahide. I just don't like it. I don't know. I don't mind how it looks on the exterior of this house, but that's the... into the Daedric platforms, so the door? Yeah, I mean, I could think of a lot nastier stuff than Waterbrook, and, you know, we just won't go there. But I'll just tell you that it's like, that's kind of the problem that I'm seeing. I'm a terrible person, so don't listen to me. Gorgeous upstairs. All of the brass is from Clockwork. Where is the basement that you're telling me about? It says, don't forget to visit the basement. Where's the basement? You two have a good time. Don't forget to visit the basement. Is it outside? Must be outside. I am dirty. I'm a horrible person. I tell you this guys all the time, and no one listens to me, but I'm a horrible person. I'm just gonna leave it with that. Oh, maybe they meant the basement we were already in underneath. Okay, that I get. Okay, we were already in that. I don't feel so bad now. I mean, look, at least I'm honest. Honestly messed up, but honest. You know what I like about this? Especially? It's not all just white Eleanor. It's a mixture. The black and white. It looks really good. I'm trying to find the next pathway. I know there was another pathway that I'm missing. Maybe not. Maybe I'm on crack. I'm on crack. Alright, let's go to Ula's before I forget. Because I'm a horrible person. Ukapala. Grim Hearth. I don't normally look at stuff before contests on stream. But I'll make an exception this one time because I don't like to spoil things. I do like it. I like it. I liked a lot about that. I'm sorry if I wasn't vocal enough about it. I have a lot of things on my mind. I'm like all over the place. I'm all over the place. All right. Where is your... Oh, wow. Oh, cool. Alright, so we've got a griffin, I want to say, that's being flown by what looks like an orc, just because of the orcish statue part, the totem. And he's indicating ahead that we're going towards this town or this castle or this village. It looks fantastic. I'm not sure what the green is. It may be just the landscape. Did I interpret correctly? It looks good to me. It is. The fact that it's a griffin is pretty clear from the feathers and the pointy bits and the wing. This is a wing. And I think it looks really good. Yeah, it's a griffin. I mean, buffaloes don't have these beautiful feathers. And plus, there's a griffin right in front of it. A baby griff. So I think I'm pretty sure it's a griffin. And the green is the only thing that is a little confusing to me. But I'm assuming it's the landscape to indicate that this is far off in the distance. Yeah, it is really good. It's very clear to me what this is, you know? Like, I knew that was a griffin. I knew that was a village. Yeah, of course it's good for the contest. It's excellent. If you can afford it, the only thing I would do is drop the green down to the floor. It's the only thing I would change, because otherwise it's kind of confusing to know that that's... I thought it was a strip of something, and I kept trying to think of, what is this a strip of? Or I would change it to blue, so it looks like a strip of water. One or the other. But I get what you're doing. And those are just my suggestions, but yeah, I think it's great for the contest. I really do. Beautiful. Very clear what it is. He's got a very angry face, doesn't he? Good job. Glad I didn't forget. Sorry about that. Oh, good lighting too. The best lighting there is. Yeah, that hand is great. Ivory. And these are those little containers of crystals, I can tell. Looks good. Alright, let me go back over to NA. Yeah, I think they will. I probably won't. He's Let me open my door here for a minute. No, those weren't bananas. Those were ivory. As I can tell. I forgot to look at one person's house that I promised to look at, and achieve blue? There's blue crystals. There are blue crystals. You could also use blue rugs. You could also use other blue items. I mean, if you can think of one. Hell, use a fountain. If you can find a blue fountain. Yeah, that's what I was suggesting, is the blue crystal. If you can't find those, you can always get the Lux item blue crystals. There's 2 big ones should fit it just fine. The light blue ones. The light blue crystals aren't. They're Lux items. You should be able to find them. Let me show you a picture. This is what I'm thinking of. Yeah, the spire. These are Lux items. You should be able to get. You could use those. then it's a light blue water. I think it would work fine. That's up to you. I mean, the green looks fine. I was just saying either extend it a little bit, like get 2 more of those greens, or, you know, the blue might look like you're crossing over a river. Yeah, I guess they do. Can you turn off the Welkin stones? Not sure if you can turn those off or not. No, I don't think you can turn them off. You can turn off the Tenzel well for one odd reason or another. Or the Veiled Crystal, one or the other, I forget which. I'm looking at things you might be able to use. That might work. Yeah, that would work. Flowers would indicate to me what it was. That would be clearer. Yeah, that would work. All right. Wait, you can turn the crystals off? Like the blue crystals? Or are you talking about the Welkind? Alright, I have one person's I promised to go to and I screwed it up. So let me open that up. Because I suck. Come on. Come on, Stebby. Whose was it? It was... Crap. Don't do that. Cassandra. Alright, we've got... Lunar Vampire Anniversary Ball. Alright. Cassandra. I guess that's not her name in game. What the hell is her name in game? Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Hey, Swanks. Trying to figure out. Maybe the Wilkin stones would work too if that's what you want. Because if they're toggleable. It is Cassandra. Alright. I'm not crazy. That crazy. Alright. Cassandra. Let us go to your Hall of the Lunar Champion for a vampire meal. Well, those wouldn't really help you. The Welkind is blue, which is why I thought maybe that would help. Alright. So, this is Cassandra's home. We have a dead cat. Come on. Open up. No, 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 no. Put something in your dead cat, please. 625 out of 700 items. Ooh. I don't think this is the vamp part, but it's interesting. Being nosy. Nice place to sleep. I'm a nosy noser. They added some plants up here. That looks good. Well, that's where he belongs. So this is a clever idea. So what they've done, I see several clever ideas in here. First off, they've closed off the greenhouse so it looks like an actual aquarium that you can't go into. I see lots of plants floating, which looks good. These guys, these citric balls, tend to look like bubbles to me. So I think that it's a clever idea to use those. See the butterfly bushes? It gives it motion, so it looks like little fish are just, you know, swimming out of it. There's treasure on the ground. I like the starfish on the window because they do that sometimes. I wish I could animate everything, right? Imagine if you could animate these bubbles to go from the top, from the bottom to the top. Oh, it would be amazing. It would be like a fully animated tank. These plants are fantastic. These are from the Alador Trader, because achievement items, because they move. Look at how they move. Aren't they perfect? They're just like everything moving reminds you of being underwater. And when you focus in, you've got pets, which we saw yesterday in the in Samothraces. The pets help move things. But you've also got the crystals help. See how the crystals are reflecting the light? They look like movement too from that. And I think what's really good, a really good choice, is you see where they put the butterfly bushes? Where you're looking. They're so expensive that I think that having the butterfly bushes directly in the line of sight of where you're going to be looking at is the smartest way of dealing with them. So you don't end up wasting money on... Oh, did you? Cool. That sounds nifty. Oh, good. They put a little walkway around, too, so that you can enjoy it from all sides. Oh, the crystals are spilling out. These are the blue crystals I was initially talking about. These midnight blue crystals. Very nice. Thank you for the follow. A butterfly bush? A butterfly bush we just showed off yesterday, which you wouldn't know if you weren't here yesterday. It's a an item that you can get from Master Harvesting, which you get from the clothier when you reach Master Harvester. And it's expensive, but it shoots out butterflies all the time. It's a literal bush, this little yellow and green bush that shoots out butterflies constantly. See the butterflies coming out? It's an animated object that shoots out butterflies. It's not one that a lot of people know about, which is why I was doing a video on it. Yeah, I did a video on unusual or hard to find or not common types furnishings that you may not know about. So I am still editing it, but once it's done, I'll put it up. And you may find other things that you didn't know about, like the sweet rolls. The giant stack of sweet rolls. Poor fish. I love when people do this, when they make it so that it looks like when you're facing forward that you're actually holding the fishing rod. Looks good. I'm not vampy yet, but I've also not been in the proper section yet. I've been a bad girl. Probably not supposed to have gone in that section, but I liked it. And then over here, we have a combination of beautiful flowers. Another butterfly bush. Here you go. It's a good way of adding motion to your otherwise static looking stuff. And what's good about motion is it grabs the eye. It makes you go from looking straight ahead and rushing by something to walking in and going, wait, I just saw something. What did I just see? And it brings your eye over here to look at the colors, the green and the reds, which are complementary colors that pop. And you've got movement. And it just looks great. I am a fan. I don't know if I'm... Yeah, they do. I don't know if I'm over talking this stuff, but it's just things that I think about. I hope you don't... I hope it's not too annoying. I like this little hidden stairway. Where are we going? Are we gonna get a gorgeous view, or are we gonna get just up here for fun? Look at this hidden bedroom! Clever as hell! Smart idea. Smart. Didn't even know this spot was here. Look at that. Very nice. You added a... So this spot wasn't here. I think they added this little building. You know those buildings? I think they added a Lux building there. Okay. Good night, Sonia. And everyone remember, enter Sonia's contest for the garden party. All information is up on my Discord. Go away, mini-map. Is this where there is no dead cat here, though? Shockingly. How did you close these up? I don't know what they used. Probably a backwards bookcase or something. Oh, a Mark My bookcase or something. But the drawer handles are cute. Those are thread. Those are the tops of bottles. Oh my god, that's hilarious. The twins, but put there by the heads of the corpses. Do you guys see how funny that is? I love it. That's hilarious. Oh, and they did it again! Oh god, I want to steal that idea so bad. It's so funny. So cute. Very funny. Why is there a piece of bread floating? Anyone know? Why is there a single piece of bread floating out of nowhere? I'm sorry, Ula. I didn't think so too, but for whatever reason, it just clicked for me. Then again, garden party isn't exact. Oh, I'm so sorry. That sucks. You don't need that extra stress. But for some reason, like, garden theme just came to me as opposed to, you know, struggling with ideas like I've been lately. Oh, I like the, ginkgos. Good call on the ginkgos. Whoa! We've got a build out, folks. Happy Stabby is happy. Much pleased by build outs. One day I'll build in this house and we'll have a nice build out. So we've got you know what I would do here? Get a Khajiit fire pit. They're cheap. And stick it sideways under here. That way you have something that this could hook onto. Plus you can use your fire logs and it doesn't look like the floor is going to burst into flames. That's what I would use. Those little Khajiit square fire pits. Or rectangular rather, not square. Nice planting on the ledge here. Second floor. Looking good. Otherwise, that's just a big old fire hazard. And you're going to burst into flame one time when you're not paying attention. Is this in progress? This must be in progress, but I love that you built out. It looks fabulous. I was waiting for this to drop me down. I I was waiting to fall to my death horribly. Really nice beginnings to your... I can tell they're beginnings because you have a lot of crystals over here. Beginnings to your beautiful home here. Thank you for the follow, Bitterklinger. Deutschland, right? Deutschland? Did I mispronounce? My ancestors would be ashamed. There's something I was gonna show you folks. Somebody asked me something. Okay, you asked if, somebody asked about using EHT to go above the limit. I will show you what that means. So for my Mornoth, I hit the limit hard. I couldn't add a single more item, and it looked like it really needed it, because I'll show you why. If I had the ability, I would have added a lot more structural pieces to make it look more clean. Oh, deluxe edition. Okay, that works. See this? This is what this really looks like. Look at this terrible interior to my blacksmithing. It just looks like ass. So what I did is I used EHT to hide it. Now, the coloring looks a little odd from here, but if you actually walk in not expecting it, it tends to cover up really well and you don't really notice that it's a weird coloring. I could change the color, I just haven't messed with it. Other things that you can do with effects, because I'm at 399 out of 400, so I could add one item. But this wall cover effect, this shield is an effect. We've got the fog is an effect. The book is an effect. This way you can read whatever book you want to lean there. I didn't have the slots for it. There's a Periite statue in here, which is an effect. It's there for a reason because it's part of the story of this house. All of those windows and the candles are effects. Only effects. You can't go over the asset limit. Only effects. See the falling leaves? Those are effects. Candles. Sky. The walls here are effects. This house is very effect heavy, I'll admit it. It's not for everyone. Not everyone likes heavy effects. I'll admit that. But there are places where I think it looks fantastic, like this is an effect. See these wooden walls? They look real to me. These wooden paneled walls are entirely effects. So, and so is this painting. So it looks like, you know, you've got this open door with an area off that you can keep on going into. It's not perfect by any stretch, I know that, but it can look really good when you run out of slots. You know, you're really limited in what you can do, and you have this vision for what you want to make, and you can't make it anymore, and that sucks. Different things. I used, as you can see, just regular structural walls. Like these. This is an elsewhere one. These are Breton, like little Breton kiosks I used. See. Over here, I used just Eleanor because I needed the structurals. And then I've got those, and I covered it up. Now, I think what looks really good up here is, I wanted this to appear like it goes into the sewers and it keeps going. That's an effect. I'm sorry, Ula. It is my fault. So doesn't this, like, to me, this looks like it keeps on going. But it doesn't. This is what this really looks like. So this house is probably not any good for people who for example, don't have EHT, it probably is going to look not nearly as nice um, as someone who has EHT and can look at it that way. But I was aware of that, and part of the thing was just J Hart. I needed to do heavy effects because there's a mystery in here. The mystery is what happened. And the answer is that somebody poured the flu or poison into the well. See? So I needed the book that said that. This book actually has that story in it. So this, to me, needed effects anyway, so I just said, fuck it, I'll just go full bore and do a lot of effects. And so it's not subtle. It's very heavy in effects, and it doesn't look right for people who... this is one of those houses that just can't really do both, you know? But there's other houses where I just used it as a touch. Like, for example, Snug Pod. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of EHT. I don't deny it. I like what it does to a house. But you can make your choice. You can make your choices. This house is dependent on EHT. You need to have EHT to make it look right. And in that case, your friends should download it. If they care about you and they care about seeing your art the way that you intend it, it would be right of them to download it. Alternatively, if you want a house that could work either way, there's this house. This is my horde. I'll show it to you in a minute. This is my horde. This is called Baby Dragon's First Horde. See the baby dragon? He'll start flying about in a bit. But he's Baby Dragon's First Horde. And there he is. And when you put the effects on, you can see I added a shield, I added this, I added little touches here and there of things that otherwise aren't there. Now, that means that people with EHT get to see a pearl necklace there, but other people don't. So it works out for both sides. And so that's what I mean by just using it for touches as opposed to using it for other things. I'll go show you how to do the books. So you can do both. Take your pick. A lot of what I like to do is change the floor texture. If I'm full on items and I want to put like a wooden floor in, I'll put a wooden floor effect in. Then people don't get to see anything like not as good, but anybody with EHT gets to see the additional nicer stuff. It's like rewards for people who bother to care enough to install it. And if you don't, fine, you don't lose out, but you don't get all the added benefits. All right, so let's do books. Go into Essential Effects, Library. Okay, you're welcome. You select. This is a collection, so you can see pretty much